trying to nurture yourself and make little contributions? How are you going to not be overwhelmed when you're given a task that seems beneath your newly established rank and status? How are you going to handle those trivial matters that seem inconsequential? Because what we know from great leaders is that it's those foundational behaviors that determine how far we will go and how successful we will be. There are no small tasks, only one. Small people. And lastly, in light of these challenges, we need to focus on getting through, but more than just getting through, on how we can persevere. Gandhi reminds us that first they're going to ignore us, then laugh at us, then they fight us, and then we win. Nothing of importance, nothing of substance has ever come easy. Ever. Nothing has ever come without heartache, without a sense of feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious about what will come. As we gear up for an election cycle, the social talkers, whiners, etc., the don'ters out there are all hung up on who might win, who might lose. That's not our concern. Our concern is what we do to make sure that when they're in office, they attend to the things that we want to see them attend to. Bigger than political affiliation, party representation. We have an obligation to pursue change on an actual pragmatic level and not to get discouraged if our person doesn't make it. In the history of the world, that has never mattered. Has never once mattered. Desmond Tutu adds this. He was questioned about maintaining his optimism in a recent interview. And he smiled and said, "I'm not optimistic. I'm simply a prisoner of hope." Now think about the implications. Throughout his experience in fighting the overwhelming racism of apartheid in South Africa, he was in fact a prisoner on more than one occasion. He saw what looked to be a hopeless situation. And during that time, during those painful, defeating experiences, he found a reason to continue on. It was the cause. It was the belief that our work is just and it can be done. And it only won't be done if we acquiesce, if we give up. And it's tempting. It's tempting to start this process and feel like it's too big. You can't do it. And it's really difficult once you start to experience heartache, once you experience failures, once your efforts actually don't go the way you want them to. It's easy to lose hope, to want to give up. How you handle those experiences will define you more than anything else in your career. While I was a student at Loyola, I was shown this Franciscan prayer that I think is very timely for you, like it was when I was in my social work program. And it goes as follows. May God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so you may live deep in your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer pain, rejection, hunger, and war, so you may reach out your hand to comfort them and turn their pain into joy. And may God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in the world, so you can do what others claim cannot be done to bring justice and kindness to all our children and to the poor. You're about to embark on an amazing adventure, and I believe in you. I'm excited for you. And I know you will be a part and can be a part of good things. Avoid the don'ters. See everything you do as a contribution to your goals and persevere. And not only will you make it, you'll see the change you wish to see. It wouldn't be complete without one final lesson, and we'll make it a Latin lesson. Those were always your most favorite. I'm seeing pens out. Illegitimi, non carborundum. Don't let the bastards get you down.
Thankfully, she forgave me. And please join me in honoring Maria Cunningham.
Was when I was applying for the assistant professor position here at Oakland University. This was well over a year ago. He was one of several students who attended my job talk and provided feedback on my performance. Obviously, I was offered the position, accepted, and thanks to those of you who said nice things, by the way. But before first semester here, I received an email from the student congratulating me on my new position and welcoming me to Oakland University. And this gesture meant so much to me because I just had never had that happen before. It felt really good to be welcomed not only by my future colleagues, but also a student who was really looking forward to me joining the faculty here and teaching here at Oakland University. So it was just very warm and touching that the student did that. Unfortunately, I did not have the pleasure of having the student in class during his time in the program, but the interactions I have had with him have been delightful. He is very warm, friendly, caring, and he always has a smile for everyone he interacts with. There are a number of reasons why the student is considered our Outstanding Student of the Year for 2012. He has demonstrated that he is an extraordinary student. He's always prepared and eager to learn. He's been active with the social work club and with Phi Alpha, attending almost all of the meetings. He's been very active in faculty-sponsored events. He has co-chaired the Relay for Life event. He's dedicated to the values and ethics of social work. He is willing to help with whatever is needed at any time. He is admired and respected by his peers as well as the faculty and staff here at OU. And from what I am told, he is an amazing husband and father. So I'd like you all to please put your hands together to celebrate our Outstanding Student of the Year, Donnell Dixon.
Overall and in the social work program. Any guesses who that is? Steve Knox. National Association of Social Workers, Student Social Worker of the Year. I wanted him up here as I talked about him because I like to watch him turn red. Okay. Steve has overall, start to finish, a 3.96 in every single class. Means that he got a 4.0 in every single class that he took, but one. What class? Which is remarkable. There's many, many things that are remarkable about Steve. You know, he is a gifted writer. He is unbelievably intelligent. He is kind. And he shares all of his gifts with his fellow students. He's always open to help anybody that needs help. He has mentored more of you than I could probably most of you at some point or another. And with this class, it seems like he was the go-to guy. And he's so exceptional that he's been recognized not